Welcome to day number 102, and today we are going to discuss about section 73, which is section 73 and 74 is important. So GST Act and rule, there are multiple acts like CGST, SGST, IGST, UTGST, composition chess and rule of CGST Act. So all this update you will get under CBIC portal. So chapter 15 talks about demand and recovery, which is having only two sections, 73 and 74, but the rules, if you check, 142 to 161, around 20 rules are there. Means this is because how to recover that fund, means the recovery whichever mentioned in 73 and 74, to do that recovery, like from your asset item, from your bank, from your property, from your data, from your share. So there are multiple ways where the rule says that you can recover the fund of outstanding whichever is there in 73 and 74, which means if your business is going to close also, they will try to recover whatever the outstanding demand notice is there. Yesterday we reviewed the chapter 14, and we given the test link also. Kindly request to go and give the test if you miss out. So 73, what it's talk about? It's talk about the tax whatever you collected but not paid, or shortly paid, or you claim the refund wrongly, or you claim the input tax credit wrongly. Means you should not claim, for example, for block asset section 70 subsection 5, you should not claim input tax credit, but you claim that one also. Then you utilize for any reason other than fraud. So 73 and 74, the difference is that this fraud or any willful misstatement. So this is only the difference. Means if you done for fraudly, then 74 will come, and it is other than fraud, then 73 will come. Yeah. So this is the section 73. So the heading itself is a big line. Let's read all the sections. So there are around 11 subsections. Let's read one by one. So subsection 1 is talk about where it's applied to the proper officer. Now the proper officer is none other than the commissioner, or the commissioner authorized to someone. So they will consider as a proper officer. That any tax has not paid, or shortly paid, or refunded, or ITC claim wrongly, other than the fraud, for the fact of evade the tax. Means with the thought of reducing the tax or evicting the tax, the proper officer came to know about this one. So what he will do? He will serve a notice on the person chargeable with the tax, requiring him to show cause as why he should not pay the amount specified in the notice. Means whatever the notice, so the proper officer will found that this person, this registered person or taxable person, has done the following thing. Means anyone. So he will send a notice to that person and asking him a show cause. In the show cause notice, he will ask why you should not pay the tax along with the interest and the penalty. So interest as discussed in section 50, and the penalty we will going to discuss in subsection 9 and 10 also. Yeah. So they will give. So if in short, if you want to know, means if you are receiving any show cause notice, that's because to recover the fund from you. So if you are receiving any, so directly department will not tell you to pay so and so amount. So they will give a chance by by issuing a show cause notice, asking your opinion. Means why you should not pay, whether something is there or not. So you will get a chance to explain, and if you fail to explain that one, then you will get a demand as per the section 9. You have to pay the penalty and interest and everything. Yeah. So that we will discuss. Now subsection 2 is talk about the proper officers shall issue a notice under subsection 1. Means there should be some time limit. No. So in first case, if they found out that some tax is not paid, for say suppose after 10 years they can't find out and send you notice. So that is not a proper way. So there is some time limit should be there, and that time limit is mentioned here. So at least 3 months prior to the time limit specified in subsection 10 of issuing of order. Means now we will read under subsection 10 what is the time limit they given. Means there will be a 3 year, there may be a 5 year. So that 3 year or 5 year, from which date it is considered, that also we will check. And before the end of that year, within 3 months they have to issue a notice that we found out such a tax evasion, and you need to be explain that one or pay the interest and penalty. Now sub-rule 3 is talk about where a notice has been issued for a period under subsection 1. The proper officer may serve a statement, contain the detail. Contain the detail is nothing but the as per the subsection 1 only. Means in subsection 1, what are the things you have done. So they will prepare a statement, and that statement they will serve. So that you will come to know where is the mismatch, what happened, so that you can explain them properly. So that only discuss in 4 also, that the service of such a statement shall be deemed. Deemed means assumed to be serve of notice of such person under subsection 1, subject to condition that the ground relief upon for such tax paid other than covered in under subsection 1 as the same as mentioned in early notice. Means they will issue the statement as per subsection 3, and that will be deemed as, that will be considered as a serve of notice. Means if they found out anything mistake is that they will serve a statement, and that statement itself will consider as a serve of notice. Only in case if the ground are same, means for the tax paid and whatever they are considering, if both cases are similar, then that will be assumed that they serve the notice. Otherwise they will issue a fresh notice. Subsection 4 may be little complicated to understand, but the thing is that they will serve a statement that assume it will be considered as a serve of notice. If the ground rule everything considered same, otherwise they will issue fresh notice. Now subsection 5 is talk about the person chargeable with the tax before service of notice under subsection 1. So subsection 5 is talk about that before they serve the notice. Means in under subsection 3, if they serve before issuing any notice, if you pay the tax along with the interest payable as per the section 50 on the base of own ascertain of such tax or the tax ascertained by the proper officer, inform the proper officer in return. Means before proper officer issuing the notice, if you voluntarily go and make the payment of taxes and interest under the DRC03 form, then that you need to be informed to the proper officer. Then the proper officer, he will not send you the notice. So that's only discussed in subsection 5. So once you inform to the proper officer, he will, on receipt of such information, he will not send you the notice as per subsection 1 and subsection 3. Now 7 is talk about where the proper officer on his opinions. Means now you already paid through whatever the interest and penalty no need to pay, because you voluntarily went and you paid, so that's why. But the proper officer thinking that you paid the short amount, whatever the actual payment is there, but lesser than that you paid. Means now the thing is happen like voluntary, we gone and we get caught itself. So if you paid the correct amount, then no need to worry. But instead of paying 1 lakh rupee, you just paid 70,000. Okay, let's remaining 30,000 government leave. It's not like that. So if the proper officer got doubt, then he will issue a notice under subsection 1. So for that you have to respond it. Now 8 is talk of where any person chargeable with the tax under subsection 1 or under subsection 3 pay the said tax along with the interest under subsection 50 within 30 days. Means now you got the notice and you are ready to make that payment along with the interest. So within 30 days if you paid, then there is no need to pay off any penalty. So penalty we will discuss in subsection 9, what is the penalty. But in case if you made this payment within 30 days, then no need to pay any penalty. Now here they are talking about the penalty. So that proper officer shall, after considering the representation, if any, made by the person chargeable, determine the amount of tax, interest and penalty equivalent to 10% of tax. Means 1 lakh tax is there, means on that 10% 10,000 is there, or 10,000 rupees, whichever is higher. Means if 1 crore is there, means it will be huge amount, 1 lakh tax will be there, or 10,000 rupees, whichever is there. So 1 lakh is more, so 1 lakh you have to pay that one. So this is the penalty. So in 73 we are discussing about 10% penalty or 10,000 rupees, whichever is higher. Now 10 is talking about the time limit. So in subsection 2 we discuss, no, there is a certain time limit, so that is the time limit. So the proper officer issue the order under subsection 9 within 3 years from the due date for the furnishing of the financial annual return for the financial year to which the tax is not paid or short paid or ITC claim wrongly or utilized related to within 3 years from the date of refund, means error refund they claim. So here is the time limit, that within 3 years. So 3 years time limit is there as per section subsection 10. 3 years, that is from the end of the financial year where the annual return is paid. For example, the financial year 17-18 we may file in December 2018. So from 2018 to 3 years, so 19, 20, 21. So 21 is over. Now you will feel happy, okay, 17-18 the due date was 2021. Now it's over. Now you will not get any kind of notice for 17-18 financial year. Like that you will think, but the government is extended this date. So financial year 17-18 issue notice on or before December 2021, means return may be filed, due date is December 2018, 19, 20 and 21. So here the due date is over, but the notification issue 13/2022 dated with 5th July 2022 where they mention where they extended the date, means for financial year 17-18 up to 30 September of 2023. So now it's going on June. So till September 2023 they have a time limit to issue the notice. So till that you can't sit quietly. If any mistake you done for the 17-18, there is a till time limit. Yeah. Now 11 is talk about notwithstanding anything contained in 6, 8, means 6 and 8 what is talk about, let check it out. 6 is talk about if voluntary you paid the tax, then they will not issue notice, like that they said. And 8 they are talking about within 30 days after issuing the notice, within 30 days you paid, no need to pay penalty. But here they are telling that ignore that one, means overwriting this rule. 6 and 8 they are overwriting rule with the subsection 9 shall payable where any amount of self assessed tax or any amount collected as tax has not been paid within a period of 30 days from the due date of payment. So this 30 days is not from the notice, they are telling that 30 days from the due date of payment of such tax. Means for example, now May month return you have to file, means you have to file on or before June 20. So June 20 to 30 days they will check it out. If you not paid the if you not paid the tax, then your subsection 6 and 8 is override through subsection 11. Means you will get a notice, there will be a penalty. So in subsection 6 and 8 they are giving a good news that you no need to pay penalty and interest, you no need to pay any penalty. But now in sub rule 11 they are override that one, that you have to pay the penalty also. If you not paid the payment, whatever the tax you collected, you not file the return and you not paid the payment within 30 days from the due date of such payment, then you have to pay the interest and penalty. So means 6 and 8 is gone Govinda. So as per 11 you have to make that payment also. Yeah. So once again you can go through this chapter because this is a little important one. And if any doubt is there, you can comment below. Thank you.